was a hard-fought election. We had 8 very, very credible candidates, and that spread the vote out. As you say, I came second to Laurie. I beat him last time. I lost a lot of votes this time, and I think that shows that people want change, that people weren't happy necessarily with what we'd all gone through over the last 18 months and wanted a new direction for government. And so I'm very, very grateful for the people at Ramsey to put me in the position of being part of that.
So do you feel that those votes you lost were because of government rather than yourself?
I think there's a combination. There were some very local issues in Ramsey, particularly regarding the marina. People were also very concerned about healthcare in the north. But also, when you look at some of the statistics of last night with 4 ministers not getting re-elected, I think that we do need a time to heal, both in terms of the Isle of Man, but also in terms of Tynwald. The last 18 months has been very difficult for elected members. We've been separated. The pandemic has prized us apart at a time when really we need to come together. And I think as some of my other colleagues have said on this show, we need time to bring Tynwald back together so we can have an effective government that can deal with some of the challenges over the next 5 years.
It is going to be quite an inexperienced house this time. Could that have an effect on how it is able to operate?
Well, you say that, but actually when you look at the CVs of some of the new members that have been elected in, they come from a wide range of backgrounds. They've got some great transferable skills. And I think when you look at the makeup of the new house, it will much better reflect the makeup of our society.
You have previously indicated that you are considering a run for Chief Minister. Coming second in the constituency, though, does that give you a public mandate?
I've been voted in by the electorate of Ramsey. What I now need to do is see whether there's the backing of the elected members of the House of Keys to allow me to go further. I've always said that when you're elected in to represent your local constituents, you should seize any opportunity that's there to do that in the best way possible, but also represent the people of the Isle of Man that have welcomed me and now allowed me to make this my home. It would be very interesting over the next 2 weeks to gauge the attitude of members, particularly those new members, and see where we can go from here.
We do have a slightly different Chief Minister election process this time with the longer period for MHKs to consider the candidates. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's an excellent idea. I mean, it allows people to actually make their case. It allows people to get to know the candidates better, and it allows us to express actually what we want as a parliament, as a Tynwald, to move forward together, because the programme for government isn't due to the Chief Minister. It shouldn't be. It has to be a collective a decision so that we can move forward together for the best of our nation.
Well, we have talked about the fact that there has been quite a bit of change to the House this time around. 5 years ago, you were the new guy. What would be your advice to newly elected members?
My advice would be to get some sleep this morning, to actually rest, to spend time with those friends and family who have supported you over the last couple of weeks. It's been incredibly busy for everyone. But actually, when you get into Tynwald, be prepared for some very, very hard work. There's a lot of things that need to be dealt with. We've got looming issues this winter with health and social care. We've got a whole range of issues in terms of the economy, in terms of climate change, in terms of what's happening on our island, but around the world. But what we need to do is collectively work together to make sure that we can do the best for our country.